Kevin Croswell with Sherpa Design, and we're going to take a quick look at using the manual method for sketch creation. This is now an option within our customer defaults, and this will allow us to create a brand new sketch plane on the fly. Without having that option, creating a sketch will look like this. I start the sketch command, and I'm in the sketch or create sketch dialog. I can either add on plane or on path sketches. I can show principal planes, which is the XYZ or front right top. I can also choose the orientation once a datum plane or planar face is selected, as well as specify an origin point from what's available. Once I select a datum plane or a planar face, I can jump into my sketch environment and it will look like this. I do have that create a manual plane for my sketch plane option. It just exists in reattach until I turn that customer default on. In reattach, we have the plane method, and that's the option that we're turning on here in a second. But what I'm using initially is the inferred plane method, where I'm just selecting. If I do decide to click on new plane, I can spin away from my normal to sketch plane view that I'm currently oriented to, and I can pick an inferred way of selecting and creating a brand new datum plane. So now I'm offset of a YZ. I'm creating my new sketch plane 285 millimeters from that. Click OK. I'm now at that sketch plane instead of at the origin. And to reorient myself normal to my brand new sketch plane, I can go to my View tab while I'm in the environment. I can use my Orient to Sketch. You'll also notice that it is Shift plus F8 in parentheses there. Let's exit the sketch and turn that option on, and then we'll create a brand new sketch. So we'll go ahead and do this again. Exit sketch. Gets rid of that sketch. And I'm going to go to my customer defaults, utilities customer defaults. Turn on under sketch and session settings. I have create sketch method for manual. If I wasn't sure where this was exactly, there's a lot of settings in here. I can go to these binoculars to find a default. And I can put in sketch method perhaps. And then it will find that default that I'm looking for. Sketch is the application, setting being create sketch method. I can double click on that, it'll take me right to it. And then I can change that to manual and click OK. Now I do get a warning or an informational pop-up saying that I do have to restart my NX session in order for this change to take effect. That's because NX is looking at the customer defaults file as it starts up, not really any time else. And so it won't see that change that I just made until I restart my NX. So that's what I'm going to do now. So I'll go File, Exit, and restart NX. I've now restarted NX and I've got it up again. This time when I go to create a sketch, the dialog will look a little bit different. Start the create sketch command, and I actually have a plane method option here now. That was the setting that we were turning on. So instead of inferred, which just allows me to select what's available in front of me in my working window, I can now change this to the new plane method. And this way I can create that offset datum plane to be my sketch plane right away as I'm jumping in. I can specify a vector as well as a point. Also under this origin method, I have a pull down where I can just use the work part origin. in case I'm tying all my sketches together at a center point. So now that I've set up exactly where I want to be, I can enter into my environment and start sketching my profile.